Using a firewall on Linux is recommended to block unwanted internet traffic. On Linux, the most popular firewalls are UFW and Firewalld, which you will see how to set them up. This tutorial can work whether you use a server or desktop. Without further ado, here's how you use a firewall on Linux. UFW, or Uncomplicated Firewall, is the recommended firewall for beginners and users using Debian, Ubuntu, or the derivatives. To install UFW, open a firewall and type sudo apt UFW. After installation, type sudo UFW status variables to verify installation. To enable UFW, type sudo UFW enable. To disable it, type sudo UFW disable. Set the default policy, type sudo UFW default deny incoming and sudo UFW allow outgoing to deny incoming traffic and allow outgoing traffic. To allow specific ports or services, type sudo UFW allow, then type the name of the port or service. For example, sudo UFW allow SSH or sudo UFW allow 80/TCP. Note that you must allow SSH if you use it to prevent locking yourself out of a remote server. To verify active rules, type sudo UFW status. Firewalld is the default firewall for RHEL, CentOS, Fedora, or similar distros. To install Firewalld, type sudo yum install Firewalld. To check status, type sudo firewall-cmd-state. To enable and start Firewalld, type sudo systemctl enable --now Firewalld. To list all rules, type sudo firewalld-cmd-list-all. To allow a service, type this command, then type the name of the service. For example, this command allows the service HTTP. To open a port, type this command, then the name of the port. Here's the following example. To close a port, type this command, then the name of the port. Here's the following example. To whitelist an IP address, type this command, then the name of the IP address without space. If you don't feel comfortable using UFW or Firewalld in a terminal and you use a desktop, there are two good graphical frontends for them. UFW is a graphical frontend for UFW. To install it on Debian, Ubuntu, and similar distros, make sure you have the universe repository enabled if you use Ubuntu, then type in a terminal sudo apt get install GUFW. To enable GUFW, open it, lock with sudo privileges, switch the status button on. Set profiles, which are home, public, and office, as needed. It's generally recommended to set the rules at default, which is to deny incoming and allow outgoing traffic. To add rules, click the Rules tab and click the plus button to add custom rules for specific ports or apps. Here are types of rules: allow, permits traffic; deny, blocks traffic; reject, blocks traffic and notifies the sender; limit, blocks traffic if an IP attempts more than 6 connections in 30 seconds. Check the logs in the Log tab to monitor blocked connections. Firewall-config is the GUI for Firewalld. To install it on RHEL, Fedora, or similar, type in a terminal sudo dnf install firewall-config or sudo yum install firewall-config. Then enable Firewalld using sudo systemctl enable Firewalld. Then sudo systemctl start Firewalld. Be aware of the configuration mode. Your choices are runtime and permanent. Any changes made in the runtime mode, like opening up or adding permitted ports, are temporary, and it doesn't give you access to all features. Upon rebooting or when manually reloading the firewall, the changes you make will disappear. In permanent mode, all features are open. After making permanent changes, go to Options, Reload Firewall to enable them properly. To apply runtime changes permanently, use options runtime to permanent. Firewalld uses zones to define different security trust levels than for connections. So left panel shows active connections or interfaces and their assigned zones. To change the zone for an interface, double-click the interface in the left panel and select a new zone from the pop-up menu. The right panel has tabs like services and ports for detailed configuration within the selected zone. To add a service, select the zone from the drop-down list in the right panel. Go to the Services tab and check the box next to the service you want to allow. Changes are automatically saved in the selected configuration mode. To add a port, select the zone from the drop-down list in the right panel, go to the Ports tab, click the Add button, enter the port number or the port range and select the protocol. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped you. Bye.